Okay, John, thanks for joining us in the midweek spotlight. So we come off the back of a big doubleheader against Fife. All the Scottish teams playing doubleheaders at the weekend. Clan took a point from it in the end. Obviously, you'll be disappointed with that in general, but what are your reflections on that doubleheader weekend with a few days between it?
Yeah, no, huge difference from the start of the year when we played Fife. Fife, they handed us our lunch buckets. We didn't come to work, but no, we played really well this weekend. A lot of people might not understand that, but if it's a tough environment in Fife to play. And the first 6 minutes, they only had 1 or 2 shots, I think, against us, and that's impressive. We came to play, we were ready. One thing we did plan into factor, we did discuss it, was just controlling your emotions. Play with intensity, but in controlling your emotions, and it was something that kind of got away from us. And obviously, we know we got too many penalties, whether deserved or not. So that was the tough part, but we came out with 1 point in Fife, and that was pretty good. We gave ourselves the chance to get 2 going into the overtime, and they worked hard to get that goal to come back late. So that was really nice to see. It showed good character. And then the game here, actually, we let up probably 2 minutes, that span in the middle of the second period where they scored 2 goals. And it's not that we let up, we made 2 mistakes and they capitalized on it. We didn't give them a whole lot of chances. I went through a game a couple times again through the video, and we had video yesterday with the players, and we showed them. I gave our team 12 to 15 good, solid chances of potentials of scoring goals. And if we could only get 10 to 15% of actually going in, it would be a different game. And that's something they got to bear down. We concentrate on going to the net and getting a lot of action in there, and they did that in the third, and playing physical. But it's one of those things that's tough, and they got to realize there's no time where you can let up, especially against a team like that. They just sit back, they'll ice it, they play really well. And I respect the way they play. And unfortunately, we didn't get enough points as we deserved, but that's the game, and it could have gone either way.
Yeah, one of the big things you mentioned there is bearing down on the goal, and that's something the guys you're hoping will see would be different for this weekend. Interestingly enough, the team did keep a lot of really good discipline over the weekend generally, but where it wasn't there, it did end up costing the team, didn't it? And power plays from Fife, their power play is really clicking, isn't it? Top of the league.
Well, it's good. I mean, the game before us, it's not just us. They had 4 power plays in one game against Manchester, I believe. Mm-hmm. And but what I did like is we earned it. We played hard. We got our chances. You can't get those chances without working hard. So that's a positive I take from that. But I told them we can't be satisfied. We don't feel bad about our play, but feel bad that we didn't score those goals. And it's something, it comes down to, in practice, you got to bear down and score those goals as well to have it to, translate into the game. So, but the weekend's done. We're on with it. We're on with the new weekend here.
So obviously, the situation that the team are in the season isn't where the fans maybe would have expected to be. They want to be involved in, in the cup competitions, but still involved in, as it is the playoff run. What is the aim for the team for you right now? What are you focusing the team on, and what is their aim for this season at this point?
Yeah, we'll start of the season, the goals always change. You got to see how the team is, see how they play, and who fits with who. A brand new team, finding that spine, that backbone, getting that developed, and getting the characters and stuff to show. So it's still growing. I mean, if you ask anybody how long it takes to build a team, it's going to take 3-4 years. If you want to build a solid team that's going to stick around, Chicago Blackhawks are a good example. Toronto Maple Leafs are slowly into that building stage, and they've been on it for a long time, so it's not easy. And we've grown slowly. I understand people don't have patience, and including myself, I like to see stuff go like a light switch, but it's not the case. It takes time, and gelling is a very important thing about being a team, and I know from experience. I mean, we came to one of our teams and we said it was a 5-year project, and we ended up being in the finals in the DL for 2 years in a row, and it took us 3 years. But and it's a good feeling when you get there, but it's a lot of work. So it's but right now for us going forward, it's just to stay in that top 8 spot, and it's not easy. There's a lot of teams that are competing, and so it's going to be interesting coming down the line.
Yeah, it really has become. This is a new season, not just for yourself, but for all Elite League hockey fans. The fact there's 2 new teams in the league, and that's really changed up the dynamic. Guildford haven't played by anyone's rules. They're right in the mix in that top 8, well into that. Milton Keynes as well have surprised loads of people. There are a lot of teams going to be competing for that 8th spot, and it's not going to be easy, is it? Is that now the total focus for the team?
Well, I think for now it's a good goal, and see how we go forward. We do take it game by game. And focus on what our next point is, because if you focus too far ahead, you can't control what's happening in between that, and that's where you have to really concentrate on what's happening this week. But long term, as of now, it's looking like we want to stay in the top 8. It's going to be hard to climb it any further. There's a lot of good teams out there with Coventry, Milton, all battling. Guildford's the top team and Fife's the top team in the league. So Fife did a really good job this year and they play really well. They have a very good power play as well. They make teams pay. So, but that's one thing where we've been really working on. That's probably the one major thing that we're lacking besides the scoring goals is getting our power play going. But staying top 8 is our focus for the moment.
So focusing on targets for the immediate future, it's Manchester Storm coming in this Saturday. Obviously lots of storylines around this team coming back up to Braehead. It's Ryan Finnerty, former coach, some former players there. However, it's going to be a tough game anyway. They're a big team. However, there's quite a few injuries going into this one, a few things picked up. How are the team at the moment with regards to preparing for this game?
Oh, we're good. We work hard and you know, right now we focused on what we can improve on and what happened on the last weekend on Tuesday. We had Monday off and then today going forward we did a skills day today and then it's going to be a lot of power play and video and stuff going Thursday, Friday and Saturday along with, you know, a lot of hard work and practice. So, you know, we're focusing on Manchester and how they play and we have Dundee as well away. So it'll be a tough match and I understand with Manchester coming in, they're going to come in with a little bit of you know, they want to win for Finner, and they have a lot of players as well that used to play here, so they're going to have a lot of motivation. But that's going to be the same side for us. A couple ex-players here, and then guys, you know, get a chance to prove themselves. Once again, we're down with injuries.
One thing that the fans have noticed as well is you're not afraid to make changes when it comes to it. There's been changes on the lineup, shake-ups there. We do seem to have a recognised line: Brendan Brooks, Schofield, and Hammerline. Clicking well there, but you're still making changes on those lines. With injuries, could that be forced more upon us? Could we be seeing other players join the roster over the near future? Is that something that's on the horizon? Well,
we're always looking, and you know, now it's been tough. We were hoping to have a player by now already, and it's the market's really dry. You know, we're not the only team that's having a hard time finding some players. So it's been tough, but we've been you can't really focus too much on that with the job in hand. But finding the right lines to match is not easy as well. Finding the first line center, it's been tough because Brandon and Tyler have so much speed, it's hard to keep up. And though Villy is not an offensive player, he's our best defensive player, and we use him in every opportunity we can for penalty kills. But he can keep with the pace. He's played at a high level, and he has a good thought process, and he's smart. So it's been doing fairly well right now. And then we'll just substitute a couple guys moving up the line for the middle for there, and then go and see what fits.
So as we said, big game coming on Saturday. What do we feel that you want from? What's the secret to success basically against Manchester Storm in this rink? Had it right from the beginning at the start of this season. A fantastic homecoming atmosphere as well in Braehead that night. Things like that, the team clicking. What for you is the secret to success against this team this weekend?
Well, I certainly don't want a 7-5 game again. I mean, if we win that'd be great, but that's just too many goals for both sides. You know, I preach defense and hard work, and that's what it comes down to. Is just our structure has come along really nice. We've shown a lot of video, and we do a really good job on our structure. Guys are falling into play of how we want to see our team do on the ice for each period. So they've been doing a good job in playing 60 minutes over the weekend. So it's we just want to make sure that we work hard, we're good defensively, and you know, just you know, I always preach to the guys, victory favors the team that makes the fewest mistakes.
Well, good luck for the game on Saturday, and of course against Dundee on Sunday.
Thanks very much. Thanks.